So I thought I would show Mandola number 2, which is basically made from the same molds as the first one and fairly similar materials, a few changes. Major difference being the actual thickness of the body on this one, which is 70 mil, tapering off to 65 mil at the heel. The first one I made was 50 mil at the base, tapering off to 45 mil. So I think it adds a little more of base and depth to it as well. As far as loudness, I was fairly surprised that there wasn't more. This is a little louder, but it's not a dramatic difference. The main difference is in the tone, and I feel that this is more of a balanced instrument. I sort of decided to stick with this model and try and tweak it and find things that work. So, and I prefer this. What I have to do now is build another one and see if it turns out the same, and then I know I've got something that really works. So that's the trick of it. As far as materials go, has a spruce top. It's another piano soundboard. It has birch sides and back, which has a nice swirl. It's book matched. It's a bit of spalting in it to give this kind of pattern. The neck is birch, and it has a veneer on the back, which is curly birch, and the same on the head plate, which has well, first of all a strip down here, which is paduk, rosewood and paduk, and then this funny squiggly thing, if you can see that, is well, the reason is that this is for my brother, and this is his daughter's star sign. So it's an Aries or something called it. So a goat, basically. Someone said it looked slightly demonic, but yeah, I don't know. And that's done in Paduk. And I'm sort of getting into this fiddly inlay business. It can be immensely frustrating, especially when it's these tiny little details, but it's very satisfying when it all works out. Moving up a bit, I got a rosewood nut, got my usual, but sometimes 0 fret, which I'm going to stick with for these instruments. I've been given this 0 fret, why not, quite a bit of thought. I think I started out with it because it was a simple way of setting up the instrument after using a 0 fret. But also there is an added advantage, that is that it evens out the tone of the instrument, as the string is always touching a fret, even the open strings. So you get a balance between the open strings and the fretted strings. It's a bit, some people prefer bone or synthetic nuts, but I'm buying into the theory that it evens out the tone over the strings. Fretboard, oak, with something, I just don't know the English term for it. It's called masurbirch here, which is a sort of a defect in the birch, a big knot, which creates this pattern. It's very hard to see them, but it's tiny little knots there. Sound hole, oval this time, same thing, rosette, which is walnut, which is the dark stuff, turned out to be very dark, and more of this, I think you could call it more of a burr in the birch, is what it's more akin to. And I made a bridge for this one. It's slightly asymmetrical, which, yeah, I might even that out. I thought I was being really clever, but it makes it look like it's on at a weird angle when you look from the back. But on the other hand, you don't look from the back very often, so it's not a massive problem. The bridge is mahogany and rosewood, which has adjustable thumb screws. The binding, which changes color quite a lot, is teak, which I thought turned out really well, and a strip there at the back. Sort of standard mandolin tailpiece, and my usual curve down here at the bottom. And I made a little heel cap, which is rosewood, birch and teak going in there. So yeah. And for anyone out there building, I think oak is an excellent fingerboard material. The only thing is that it is very hard, and it can splinter, tear a bit when you do the fret jobs. So you have to start out making it wider and then cutting it down to size to avoid this. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I'm particularly pleased that it turned out better than the first one, because it would feel very odd if the one that I have somehow was the best one, the first one. So the aim of the game is to improve and make it better. So, and it has a French polish, and if I say so myself, I think I'm getting a hang of the French polish business, and I'm really pleased with this, how this turned out. It is enormously time consuming, but strangely therapeutic and very rewarding. So that's it. So, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.